Marc Raimondi for ESPN, joined today by the BMF, the OG, Gamebred, Jorge Masvidal. It's always great to talk to you, Jorge. Where are you right now, by the way? You're not on the East Coast. You're not in Miami. You're far from home. Where are you?
Far from home, my brother. I'm in the West Coast. I'm in Vegas, getting some training in. The funnest shit in the world to do as a physical activities for me is just getting fight shape, man. It's a daunting task. It's fucking a lot of discipline and a lot of sacrifice. For 8, 9 weeks down the road, it is like the best feeling in the world when you can just fly, when you can just run, when you can just fucking do whatever the workout is and not even sweat, So I'm excited always to get myself in top shape. I don't have a fight or nothing. I'm hunting motherfuckers' heads daily, but you know, I want to be in shape when that phone call comes around.
Okay, I do want to ask you about that, but I know where you're going to be in a few days this weekend, right? You're going to be in Orlando, Florida. It's Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA, Junior Dos Santos versus Alan Belcher, heavyweight title, huge fight, maybe the biggest so far for you in Gamebred. What are you most excited about going to this weekend?
Obviously, Alan Belcher and Junior Dos Santos. We had our own tournament. We had Junior Dos Santos versus Fabricio Verdum a couple months ago, last year I should say actually. And then we had Roy Nelson versus Alan Belcher in a very competitive, good fight. And here we go. The cream rose to the top. Now these two are gonna throw down. These two are veteran freaking brawler mauler guys. JDS to box very well, move his head and all that. But at the end of the day, he likes to knock people dead, man. He's gonna come looking for the finish. He always has. I think he has the size advantage on Belcher. But Belcher has a couple advantages coming in this fight. He's 8-0, I think, at bare knuckle boxing right now. And then you add in that one fight against Roy, 9-0. So he definitely has the experience bare knuckle wise. And Allen has improved so much. He's not the same guy that was in like the UFC, especially when it comes to bare knuckle. He does a lot of little things on his feet. They're like very small, very high in detail, how he pivots with his hands up. And as soon as they make contact with him, he releases real well. So on the inside, he's a very dangerous guy. And obviously he's gonna have to get inside. JDS has a reach. This is what I'm thinking. I haven't talked to Allen. I haven't talked to JDS. This is just me speculating. So I think at one point, JDS ain't gonna be moving so much. Allen's gonna stand right there hunting them, and it's gonna fucking fireworks, man. This is gonna be a fight to look forward to. Also on the card, Alex, the KO Machine Nicholson versus the Vanilla Gorilla, Chase fucking Sherman. If any of the people hearing this or watching this have seen any of those two fight, you know what you're in for. They're both pretty much the same dude. They're coming for the kill every time. They have no caution in the wind type factors. They're just going the whole time. So I'm interested to see that one as well. That's for a very high ranking over at the organization, maybe the #1 contendership spot, depending how they perform. So it is our biggest night to date, and also we are going to be streaming live from Kick. We just landed a major deal, huge deal.
Kick.com, right? Kick.com.
Kick.com. And we're going to be dropping bombs on Kick.com. Because now you go there, watch the open workouts, the freaking backstage drama, the near fist fights that be happening in my events, and sometimes fist fights. You catch all that at Kick now, and the fights, and the ring girls, and all that shit you want to see. So please check us out, Kick.com, as we'll be going live March 2nd, Orlando, Florida, Kia Center. We got 11 fucking ex-UFC guys taking the gloves off to put it all on the fucking line. I talk to you like this motherfucker because you know MMA. You gotta be fucking, so you gotta have your mind right when you're doing that. And these guys are taking these fucking gloves off and they're gonna put it all on the line to chase their dreams, to fucking make money for themselves and their family, and freaking to fight bare knuckle. It's a different thing, man. It's a rawest form of the sport, and I love it. We ain't doing nothing gimmicky. We're not putting people in like phone booth or something crazy. It's just as raw as it gets. Combat. We're taking the gloves off. We're seeing the submission rates go up. We're seeing obviously the cuts and knockouts go through the roof. Not a lot of stalling. I stand firm behind this MMA bare knuckle, man. It's fucking. We got a lot of heat coming on this one. It's got a big wave of people that have tuned in. So when we did Junior Dos Santos versus Fabricio Verdum, I know I've told you about this before, but we had about 80,000 people watching live. At the end of that stream, it was a 5-hour stream. We had 1 million people. That's fucking nuts. That shows you we're moving. 1 million people to keep them fucking watching anything for 5 hours. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's a movement, and it's not just America or South America. It's a whole fucking world because they love it. You go into the NBA Finals or the Super Bowl, 3,000. If people fist fight in the parking lot on the way to your VIP seats, you're gonna stop and you're gonna watch that fucking fist fight. Imagine now you got killers, 2 killers that are taking off the gloves, properly matched, because we ain't doing that bullshit ass fucking matchmaking and doing these other organizations. We're letting the cream rise to the top. Let's go. Who's fucking good here? We could have done Fabricio Verdum over here against some taxi cab driver from fucking Yugoslavia, and we could have fucking done Junior Dos Santos versus another taxi cab driver from I don't fucking know where. And we could have had him, you know, but now we said, bro, let's let the cream rise. Let's get the biggest, baddest, hardest fights that we can from the gate, and just fucking whatever happens, happens. And now we got JDS versus Alan Belcher. You fucking kidding me, bro?
I gotta ask you, Jorge, did you watch UFC Mexico last weekend? Did you see that fight in the crowd? Did you see this?
Oh, yeah.
Guy was,
There was one,
are we gonna
there
get
was one guy that got 2 motherfuckers.
the guy got a left hand golden the izquierda dorada. Like he's just knocking people out with the left. Could we see him? Maybe you gotta find him and get him in Gamebred Bareknuckle.
You know, why not, man? That's not a bad idea, you know. But first, we have to see if he has some type of training, because if all he has is that left, these motherfuckers are gonna kill him. But you know, we'd have to match him up right, I guess, if he wanted to do something like that, you know. But he had a nice left, man. You know, but obviously the 2 guys that he put it on, they were, you know, taxi cab driver-ish looking, you know. And no offense to taxi cab drivers, because I'm not some fucking badass taxi cab drivers, but you know what I mean by that.
You can't teach power. You can't teach power. A man had power in his hand.
Can't teach power.
I had to ask you, also last weekend, your boy, your training partner, Johnny Eblen fought. I wanted to ask you about this because you were telling me and other people about Johnny Eblen years ago. He wins this huge fight against Impa Kasanganay. He is the champion of champions, the Bellator, PFL, you know, whatever you want to call it. Is he the best middleweight in the world?
Let me tell you something. For starters, shout out to Impa, man, because I really thought Johnny was gonna be able to just wear him out, submit him by like round 2, and Impa has improved so fucking much. Because I saw this guy in the UFC, you know, and then I saw him leave, and just this in like the short, I don't know, 1 year, 2 year period that he's been at PFL, he's improved so fucking much in all aspects, wrestling, defensively, offensively, everything, you know. So hell of a performance for Impa. I think though he didn't get the decision, I think maybe like the best performance of his career in a way, you know. Knowing how fucking good Johnny is and how fucking amazing this guy is, you know. And he had an off night, but guess what? He just kept hitting that turbo button. I keep telling everybody he has different gears, man. He could put that thing in 4th and 5th and keep it there, and not take anything from Impa. But if it goes in 4th, 5th round, it was gonna lean heavily towards Johnny, man. Just very heavy, because that's his pace. That's his like a standard pace. He's gonna go at that fucking pace the whole time. And if you don't hurt him like Impa did and put him away, you got a fucking real life problem, because you could also crack, you know, as we're finding out. So if you ask me, I think he's the best middleweight in the world, man. And I can't wait for that moment to come up. And obviously I hope it's sooner than later, not like 10 years from now. I'm hoping that he can compete against the world's best, you know, and fucking make the American top team proud, motherfucker. Let's go, because he's from American top team, from amateur all the way to world champion, bro. Don't fuck around with us, bro.
So you're in Vegas and you're training, and you say you don't have a fight yet, but there was a report a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago now, that it's going to be you and Nate Diaz, BMF rematch in boxing. True, false?
I can't deny or confirm. All I can tell you is that I'm getting ready for some type of combat, and it's gonna be in the boxing room. I don't know this or that, or who it's gonna be, or this and that. You know, maybe I'll slap up that little Chael Sonnen, and I love to slap. I'll do Chael. Look, I'll do you like this, bro. You get the biggest paycheck of your life. 1, 2, I'll do it one hand, bro. You pick the hand that you don't want me to use. I won't use it. I'll just keep it up. Pop. We'll put in the contract that if I throw this hand offensively, you get like a bonus or something, bro. So you're a fucking bum.
You also tweeted.
I would love the Nate fight, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Just because I you know, though Nate said some things that fucking hurt my feelings a lot after the fight, you know, like he called me a coward and said that I was looking for a way out to quit. Going into the 4th or 5th round, I was like, man, you don't say that shit, because I ain't never in my life tapped. Ever. In all my 50 fights, I got to sleep twice. I had the option of tapping. Guess what I didn't do? Motherfucking tap. Never in my life have. So if somebody fucking call me a quitter or a coward, is like, oh man. And we get to fight again. So that'd be obviously my most sought out after fight that I want. And then I get to put an end to that bullshit of the referee. But what happens if you were to box and he gets all cut up? You know, what the fuck is he gonna say again? That's what I'm trying not to even cut him up. Just electrocution.
So boxing for now, but do you think you might at some point jump back in the MMA game? I saw you and Justin Gaethje kind of going back and forth a little bit with the BMF.
I'm not going back and forth with him. I respect his style. I think he's a fucking great fighter. He's like a kryptonite to a lot of good grapplers because he can grapple real well defensively. He's got great offense, you know, with the hands, with the feet. I think he's a fucking great fighter. But I also then had to whoop his motherfucking ass. I don't know why somebody's style, and I like his style, you know, because he comes to fight. He's not coming to fucking score points and fucking, you know, he's coming to fight and end the motherfucker. So those are the fights that I like and excite me. And then they're calling him the BMF. So more than anything, it's like for that, you know. And plus, he also got a victory with my brother, man. Dustin's like my little brother. Love that fucking dude. I thought he was winning the fight and got clipped. You know, so I wouldn't mind bringing that belt back to HD, you know.
Few last things, man, and thank you for taking the time out. Really appreciate it. And again, of course, Gamebred Bareknuckle MMA this weekend, Saturday. It's a big one. Last time we spoke, it was before the Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards fight. So I haven't asked you about this yet. What did you think of your former friend / current rival's performance against Leon Edwards, Colby Covington?
They're like fucking dog shit, bro. They're like fucking dog shit to me, man. You know, that's another dude. The reason why I am gonna stay around in MMA is just to break his fucking face, and it's gonna happen. I just know it. You know, we're gonna get the fucking scrap again in the octagon. I'm not saying today or tomorrow, but eventually it'll happen. I'll break this fucking guy's jaw, bro.
In the UFC again, you think you and Colby?
In the UFC or fucking parking lot of KFC, I don't fucking know, but it's gonna fucking happen, brother. That's all I fucking know.
By the way, I don't think I've asked you about this in a while because you and Leon Edwards were at one point, it seemed like you were destined to fight each other in the UFC, and he's done really well over the last few years. Like, any respect for the guy now, or how do you feel about him now?
You know, part of me always had respect for him because he was on a nice winning streak. You know, he was like, I don't know, number fucking 10 or something. I got offered Darren Till. It was number 3, and I was like, if it wasn't Darren, I would have fought him in England instead of Darren. But obviously, I chose for the higher name, the higher ranking. So it was Darren Till. He was like number 3 at the fucking time in the world. So it's not like I didn't have respect for him, but that doesn't take away from I can respect somebody, but you can't come punking me, dog. You just can't. It's not gonna happen, bro. You know, and then from there, fucking everything went sour, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You wanted to be like that, it could be like that. You know, I don't fucking have any dislike for him as far as his skills goes. He has skills. He could be fucking boring as fuck at times, but he has a lot of skills, you know. And he's definitely doing his thing. I can't talk nothing but positive about him as far as his performances go in the ring. He's fucking doing his thing, you know. He's beat 2 guys that beat me, you know. So I can't on a skill wise level say anything bad. The guy's doing great, bro. You know, it's just on a man, person to person thing. Like right now, I'm doing this interview. Somebody comes cutting you off and saying, "No, come do an interview with me, Master Off." And you don't check his ass right then and there, they're gonna do that to you your whole life. I just gave that little piece of wisdom out for those who listen. You stop a bully right in their tracks. No, I see. No, it's right then and there. What's the problem? I'm gonna fix it. Bam. You know, and that's what happened, bro. And he probably regrets it that he cut off the wrong motherfucker at my interview time. They're interviewing me, shit. What the fuck you doing in here? You know?
2 last things I wanted to run by you. One, I did an interview recently with Seth Rollins from WWE, and it went a little viral because I asked him, is there anyone in the UFC who could cross over and do WWE at a high level? And he said there's nobody. He said there's no one that exists that could do it because the UFC fighters don't have the stamina that pro wrestlers have as far as the travel and the matches and everything. You're a good friend, Valerie Lareda, Lola Vice in WWE. She's already kind of made that transition very successfully. What do you think of those comments that he made?
Who made the comments again?
Seth Rollins, like one of the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Like of this generation?
Yeah. He's current.
Okay. I'm not trying to diss the dude because I don't fucking know WWE like that, you know. But I have met a lot of guys that participated in that, and a lot of guys that competed in that for like several years, you know. A lot of them are big fans of MMA and have come over to the gym and spent a lot of time with us. So I know it's a grind. I'm not gonna say what they do is not a grind because they're getting beat up every day. They're traveling. They're getting fucking dunked on their necks, on their shoulders. You know, it's a ring that has a lot of spring and shit. And I've been in it numerous times. I've done some WWE stuff, not like at a high level, but I've been in the ring and I've done it. So I kind of, you know, got a feel for it. And they're hitting each other, you know, not always hard, but it happens, you know, they're fucking clubbing each other and stuff. So that being said, fuck no, bro. Are you crazy? Fucking stupid, bro. Is that guy stupid? Has you heard of, bro, like a guy like Joel Romero? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, you moron? It's fucking crazy. Brock Lesnar is a fucking wrestler that got into pro wrestling. You come from wrestling, you know. So it's like a lot of these MMA guys come from wrestling. So if Brock could do it, of course, you know. And though it's like rigorous and a lot of, you know, you're getting beat up, it's not like MMA beat up. It's fucking, you know, their traveling is a lot though. They travel like a motherfucker. But there's nothing like you fucking wrestle on the Monday morning for like 2 hours, go all out, and you go fucking, you know, you do your pads at night, and you do some strength and conditioning, and then you finish out the night with a nice run, boom. You go the next Tuesday morning sparring, and now you get fucking whacked in your knee, and your knee's fucking pointed this way now. Guess what, though? You still got strength and conditioning at night and the fucking run. You feel me? And then Wednesday, guess what? You got fucking wrestling again and jiu-jitsu, and somebody's trying to wreck that fucking same leg that you can't even walk on. You know, so our sport, I'm telling you, is fucking contact every fucking day. I'm not trying to diss nobody else's sport. If we're talking about fucking contact and wear and tear, look no further, bro. It's fucking obvious. We're you know, the only way to sharpen the metal is by.
Okay, I got one last thing for you. This is an important one because the UFC is coming back to Miami in a few weeks. Actually, it's next week. UFC 299. It's Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera, and you're Mr. 305. You know, you when people think of Miami and MMA, they think of Jorge Masvidal. Does Sean O'Malley, does he get the Jorge Masvidal stamp of approval to headline this Miami card? Is he the right guy for this card?
Oh, both of them.
Okay.
Chito and O'Malley. I personally love Chito. Everybody knows I've been fucking rocking with him. Like his early fucking UFC fights. Know him personally. Would call him a friend, and fucking a great human being, man. I really like this kid a lot. He has a great work ethic. He is what you see, you know. He's just getting after it every fucking day, giving it his best to provide for his family, you know. And he's a proud fucking Latin motherfucker like myself as an immigrant. So I love this motherfucker, man. And Sean, man, Sean's good, bro. Sean's fucking good. So I definitely give these guys the approval. And Sean's a fucking showman. He gets people doing this, talking. Whether you love that dude or hate that dude, he gets fucking people talking about him, brings eyeballs to the sport. He has a fucking great style that's never boring. You know, he's always exciting. Great fucking athlete. That being said, I got my money on Chito. That's my boy. Even the first time, you know, I know it was very controversial, but I'm going to put my money again. I'm going to say right now in your motherfucking show, UFC Miami, Chito.
Do you think the UFC kind of needs O'Malley to become the next big star? Because McGregor is coming back this year. Maybe we don't know what his future is going to be. You've
been coming back for like 5 years.
Yeah, so, and you've moved on. Like Nate Diaz, we don't know what his future is. The biggest stars are kind of moving on. Do you think the UFC needs O'Malley to kind of step into that spot and be one of the big pay-per-view draws for them?
Yeah, as far as like somebody coming through and doing that, I could see O'Malley becoming that guy, you know. But obviously, there's a lot of hurdles, and then those hurdles are beating fucking big names, getting out there, and he definitely has a personality for it. Man, I think he's a movie every time I'm watching. Even how he does his advertisement of products and shit like that, kid's fucking hilarious, you know. And he could fight, which is the best thing. He could back it all up. So I definitely think he's a star. It's just that fuck to remain, you know, winning and not get fucking murdered by the elite of the elite. That's the real battle right there, you know. So if he could beat the elite of the elite, like Chito right now, a guy that's beaten him in the past and that is a fucking top guy in the world, you know, after that, it's still a fucking gauntlet of killers, you know, of fucking animals out there. This guy Mero, fucking proud. What are you doing to get mother?
Yeah,
the Energizer Bunny, huh? He just keeps coming and coming. Like, okay, you beat that guy. That's how you become a star. You know what I'm saying? You get by Chito, which I don't think happens, and you beat him head off. Your stock takes off. Now you're fucking, you know, people are buying that pay-per-view left and right, you know?
Awesome. Jorge, thank you so much, man.
Again, but speaking of pay-per-view, catch my shit. March 2nd, motherfuckers. Orlando, Florida, Kia Center. Kick.com, free as fuck. So check my shit out, man.
Perfect. Jorge, thank you so much, man. Maybe the next time we chat, it'll be about your fight, your own fight.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will, brother.